unworthy adversary.
Fang is a damage dealer. He can hurt brawlers from a distance and up close, and his super can hit up to 4 enemies at a time. Meanwhile, Edgar is an assassin, a class of brawlers who are known for assassinating. Both Fang and Edgar have similar game stats. The study will be limited to the careful analysis of 2 subjects: Fang, Edgar. Many online haters like to bash Edgar, depicting Fang as a better version of him. Figure 1 displays the report of one such hater. However, such analyses fail to consider the points that will be discussed in this study. Our comparison will be based on the following dimensions: strength, skill level, moral values. We will be evaluating strength through stance and combat. We begin by looking at Fang and Edgar physically. Notice that Edgar has a simple, unassuming stance, while Fang's upper back and head are angled in alarming conflict. Our alarm only increases when we notice the state of Fang's lower back. It's a possible case of lumbar lordosis. Posture is very important because it affects muscle health and consequently muscle capacity. Without good posture, can we really call Fang a better, let alone stronger version of Edgar? Highly doubtful. We now move on to strength in action. Some may argue that Fang has strong legs. After all, he can even send his shoes flying with each kick. But let's be real. It probably just means he needs to tie his shoelaces. Edgar, meanwhile, clearly displays that he does not skip leg day. With only his legs, he jumps high over huge robots and still travels an impressive distance. Keep up, Fang! Now, skill level. How much skill do you need to play Fang and Edgar? Well, it's no mystery that many people hate Edgar. Plenty of them call him trash and useless. According to BrawlTime.Ninja's analysis of brawler win rates, Fang ranks 12th out of 57. Edgar ranks 48th, securing his spot at bottom tier. Moreover, esportschimp.com explains that Fang has enjoyed especially high win rates during the Brawl Stars Championship 2022. It's easy to see why such an easy win character would be loved. This wide discrepancy has often been a point of comedy for many haters. What most don't realize, however, is that Edgar's disadvantage makes games easy to lose and hard to win. Succeeding with Edgar actually requires so much real skill. Finally, we will discuss moral values. Fang is a fighter. Ever so cockily, he beckons. My foot, your face, it's on! This is a really sad glorification of violence and aggression. He is bloodthirsty and all too excited to kick people in the face. Is this what we want the future of our society to be? Not cool. On the other hand, Edgar responds to attacks with, "Get away from me!" and "Leave me alone!" This reveals his pacifist nature. Although his voice may sound harsh, he really just wants everyone to stop fighting and live in peace. Another stark difference. Fang boasts, Hey! Enough about you! Let's focus on me!" Should we really advocate such self-centeredness? Instead of giving in to the temptation of arrogance, Edgar chooses to say things like, "This is so unfair!" This signifies that he has a strong sense of justice and fairness. He reflects on the state of the world instead of only thinking about himself. Yet another dichotomy arises. In the midst of battle, Fang will find it in himself to breathlessly ask, "Huh, how do I look?" I'm sure he thinks he's so cool. What he doesn't think is that he is being vain. Beyond that, he is also perpetuating a cycle of dependence and despair, relying on others to give him validation for his looks and strength. In contrast, Edgar often proclaims, "You can't make me," as an avant-garde rebellion against mindless conformity. He asserts that he does things out of his own free will and desire, and not because anyone told him to. My final point tackles Fang and Edgar's professions. Fang is a stuntman and popcorn vendor who clearly enjoys what he's doing. Edgar is a gift shop staff member who doesn't seem passionate at all about it. And yet, must we condemn Edgar for not loving his job? Millions of people also have a job that isn't exactly their dream, but they stick to it because it works for them in other ways. Passion is rare. Passion is a bonus. Passion is an advantage because it fuels you. But to stick to something out of simple will and pragmatism, I really respect that. Indeed, with his motto, back on the grind, Edgar shows what it's like to remain hardworking and persistent, even in the absence of passion. Considering all these facts, it was a close match. Two seemingly worthy adversaries before the scale of justice. And what have we found? Edgar is really a better version of Fang.
You're so corny!
CEO of Brawl Stars.
Resist propaganda. Be a thinker. Till next time. Thank you for watching.